Presented by Courtyard by Marriott.
All right, there we go. We're back live.
This time, everything is up for grabs. The question is, will you take it? Take control. Take flight. Or take a seat. Take over hearts. Take down the giant. Take back the dynasty. Take what you can't feel. Maybe it's a 40. It's playoffs time. And greatness is for the taking.
Maybe put it like that, maybe. I'm not sure. Or we can type in the chat, but okay, Philadelphia's got their pick in right now. Anyone can. Who did the Eagles pick? Jordan Davis. Wow. That's grimy. That's messed up. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, it don't matter. Dallas wasn't trading up from 24 to 13 anyway to go get Jordan Davis. So
Saints moving up, the Lions moving up, and now the Eagles moving up. They've already, in fact, made their pick. And looks like, as we take a look at what it is that they gave up to move up here, just a couple of spots. You took to me and you said immediately, you called.
So they swapped second. They swapped. No, they swapped. Yeah, so they swapped the first round pick. They get this year, they get a fourth, and then they get 2 fifths. Not bad. Not bad trade. You got up and you just got the best interior player in the draft that's left. So what is going on? There ain't nothing working.
And in the draft where we do there will be quite a few other receivers taken. Maybe not quite on the level of Williams, but we're talking about maybe 7 going in the first round and maybe 7 more in round number 2. So that might have been an overly aggressive move by the Lions. Notre Dame, we'll see it. On the stage, joining the commissioner.
I'm ready to let that. Okay.
County in Las Vegas.
Why does he keep skipping?
They truly exemplify the NFL's values of respect, integrity, resiliency, and responsibility to their teams. Congratulations to all of you on your accomplishments.
Come on, give me over that corner. There we go.
The Houston
Who the Lions got
Texans have
Williams.
traded the 13th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. Davis, defensive tackle, goes 6'6".
That's crazy. I can't like this dude. I can't like Jordan Davis no more, man. I like him coming out. Respect him, but just can't like him.
I'll tell you, an immovable mountain in the middle of the line is what Jordan Davis is. And I think if you can surround him by pass rushers, just like Ashawn Robinson was off the English Rams, you're not going to run up the gut against Rams because of Ashawn. You're not going to be able to run up the gut against Jordan Davis.
Damn.
You got to have pass rushers around him. He didn't give you much.
Bro.
The plays in the backfield. He had half the sack against Florida, half the sack against South Carolina, a sack against Clemson in the season opener. That's 2 for the year. No forced fumbles and only 1 pass deflection. He's got to get his stamina up. He's got to keep that weight around 340, which is what it is now. Ranked 4.78 at the combine. It's a tremendous athlete. He had 32 vertical. As you said, he's 6'6 and a half, 341. Now he's got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Do something other than just
Okay.
run stopper and a late run.
Kyle Hamilton went to Baltimore. Makes sense. Oh, dude. Wow.
Davis is going to be the name.
Could have swore.
This football team when they show
Give them the inside pass rush to go along with the outside rush, meaning he's going to help out Josh Sweat. He's going to help out guys like Derek Barnett because he's going to put the pocket on the inside. Quarterbacks can step up, and all that pressure that they get, and they're one of the best pressure teams in the NFL, will turn into more sacks.
That's crazy.
Phenomenal effort.
For a team that had only 29 sacks last year, I don't understand the pick. This is not a guy that gets you the quarterback. Phenomenal athlete. 7 and 345. He has rare.
I gotta mute ESPN. They don't make no damn sense in this anyway when they're talking.
Great player. The only thing that concerns me, Greeny, is that if
I don't give a damn. You pick somebody like Jordan Davis, even though I don't like the Eagles. That nice pick. I mean, one of the best interior linemen, and it's going to be one of your generational type player. They're talking about 29 sacks. Doesn't make sense for them. It's like that's why you don't watch national media.
looking for little tidbits. His Twitter bio says he's a connoisseur of Swedish fish. And that cracks me up. What is that? Those are little candies, Booger.
Oh, you don't know what Swedish
I don't eat candy, man. I'm about to steer.
No, that's why you weren't just saying 341. That Georgia defense spectacular, obviously. And so now the Ravens go on the clock there, Mr. Kuiper, a team that you know also.
Yeah, it was freezing, man. It was. Something was going on.
To be
We're on the 15th pick. So Jordan Davis just went to Philly. The previous pick before that, the Lions got a receiver, Jameson Williams. Baltimore just picked Kyle Hamilton. 16, we're on Washington. Yeah, I know it is. It is.
Jermaine Johnson at second. There's a pass rusher still at board at this point, which is a little surprising. I thought he'd go maybe in the top 10, maybe even in the top 7 overall. You put Jermaine Johnson.
Oh no, my bad. We're on 15. We're on 15. My bad. We're on Houston. If as long as nobody doesn't trade up with Houston. That's crazy. We got like what, 3 trades already? Yeah, it is. But I was slowing it down because of the trades, and that's what honestly is slowing down the draft.
Showed me a lot coming off the edge. The second one had seen the tackle. In addition to his 12 sacks. There was a moment in time when people thought. 15. Yeah, it's.
Alrighty. It's not Washington. We're on Houston now. Who's selecting? I don't know who they have or picked yet, but we'll see. Houston, you're. Hey, you know how they get down. Baltimore loves getting defensive players in the first round, and I don't remember I think what Rashawn Bateman was the last. Rashawn Bateman last year, you guys took an offensive player, but normally you guys take defense. You guys try to make sure that defense is consistently good every year, so it makes sense. But I mean, I understand you guys do need a receiver. I totally agree. But all your good receivers are gone. So you're going to reach for a guy like George Pickens or Sky Moore, and you're not picking Christian Watson out of North Dakota State. So stay where you're at and just stay where you're at. Pick BPA because
Jermaine Johnson still being out there.
Right.
Kyle Hamilton's
I mean, and plus all the best linemen that you wanted are gone. You wanted to tackle opposite of Ronnie Stanley, or Staley, or I think his name's Stanley. You want to have opposite of him if you wanted to get a tackle, but all your good tackles are gone. So,
All right, Kyle Hamilton.
Okay.
And the Ravens just traded their way back into the first round with the Arizona Cardinals at 23 as well.
Wait, what?
What that means and what they're possibly doing.
Hey, so you guys traded. I think the Ravens, they traded back in. The Ravens.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's Ozzie Newsome making
the picks or
Eric DeCosta making the picks. Coach Shaw, you've been there.
Yo, wait, hold on.
That's what they're always going to do.
Bro, we traded back with Baltimore. I don't see Dallas on the board. Yeah, bro, we traded out of the first round. Wow, we traded out of the first round. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know why we hold on. Hold on. Never mind. I think that they messed it up. Okay, yeah, because on my screen I don't see Dallas on here. I see Green Bay, Arizona. We pick after Arizona, and it says Baltimore. It doesn't say Dallas. Well, they said that the Ravens. So basically, you guys flipped Arizona. You guys gave up Marquise for the 23rd pick. This is what happened. And the Texans, they selected a Kenyon Green, guard at A&M. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Big time range and ball skills. You want to match him up with tight ends? No problem. He can handle that.
No, man, they're saying that. They're saying that the Ravens are trading Marquise Brown to the Cardinals for the 23rd pick. Unless
Brooks likes to say, on top
Yeah.
of the Christmas tree in the deep middle of the field.
Hold on.
Here's the reception of the entire college football season coming from the far hash. Coach, he's still second and third. Touching
Why would Arizona do that? Arizona's odd as an organization, so
how much guys love football. This is not participating in special teams. This is dominating in special teams. He's going to fit in just right in Baltimore.
Well, while this is unfolding, we'll tell you what just happened with Baltimore, because the Ravens traded back into the first round. They coughed up a draft choice and a player. Wait till you hear who the player is. That's called a team.
that's I don't know why Arizona would do that, but it doesn't matter.
Well, he is the newest member of the Baltimore Ravens.
But I wonder what the trade package entails, because
I just want to thank them for taking a chance on me. I'm excited to get to work.
And the Ravens, of course, have such a good history.
I don't know why you're acting like he's sad. Well, it should have been a top 5 pick. Well,
I just hope to keep the tradition going. I mean, they already have a great team. I just hope to add to the defense and do what I can.
Well, they hope you do too. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, so Kurt Warner, take it away.
I tell you what, on the surface, guys, you kind of wonder, hey, you got Chuck Floyd, you got Marcus Williams, who we just saw.
Washington's on the clock. They picked the receiver. They picked Jahan Dodson.
Best man on the board. We believe he can play lots of spots, and he's going to make our defensive backfield really, really good.
Thanks, Kurt. So lots happening here, because the Texans and Washington Commanders have just we're about to get.
Wow. So they gave up. So they fleeced him. Arizona gave up a first for Marquise, and they only got Mark. So Baltimore gets Arizona's first round pick. The Cardinals get Marquise Brown and a third round pick. Makes no sense. You might as well just kept Marquise.
What do you think?
All right, Kenny Green, one of the best interior linemen.
So, Kyle.
Position flexibility. He's played 4
Yeah,
spots.
bro. The Ravens traded Marquise Brown to Arizona for their first round pick.
This dude at 300.
And that's stupid. I don't get it.
Serious movement. We talked about knockoff power.
I wanted Kenny Green, but the way the board's fallen, hopefully Tyler Lindenbaum comes down. But I think Tyler Lindenbaum want to come to Dallas or Baltimore. I don't know. We'll see what Marquise Brown looks like with Kyler.
Getting on top of you, that's what he does. There he is.
I don't know. We'll see.
And then in pass pro, you're not going to get through him.
I just don't think that was a good trade with Arizona. If Arizona wanted to add a receiver, they could have gotten better than Marquise Brown.
Crazy trades. We've seen 4 now, including one. So the Eagles could get Jordan Davis to body surf with Eagles fans. Look out, everybody. And then, who would have thought? There is a receiver traded tonight, not Debo, but Hollywood.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't have given up. If Baltimore wanted my third round pick, I would have given that up. But I'm not giving up my first round pick for Marquise Brown. Like, that don't make no sense.
Stuff. We love stuff. There's really great stuff out there. But I doubt that any of us will look back in our lives and think, I wish I bought even thinner TV. Found a lighter light beater. Or had an even smarter smartphone. Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret the things we didn't buy?
Yeah, definitely.
This season, the new era of Thursday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that either, Kyle.
With the Chargers set to top the tape. Welcome to the Prime Night Football. Only on Prime Video.
Yo, Gary, it's Debo. You and I, we're a lot alike. You can catch. You can run. can score from anywhere on the field. If you're a threat, though, you're also a target. Everyone is coming for you. I just got one thing to say for anyone that's trying to stop you. Man, good luck. See you at the draft.
What an outstanding season. Relive every unbelievable play and thrill finish from this past season with game replays. Only on NFL Game Pass for just $9.99. Get football on your terms with NFL Game Pass. Getting outdoors is all about the experience, the challenge, the victories. We put that in a bottle. Clean ingredients like coconut oil, activated charcoal, and shea butter. Everyman Jack, naturally derived, outdoor inspired.
Hi, I'm Jack from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business in 1929, he relied on 4 important values: fresh,
All right.
quality.
Chargers. They're up next on the board. I wonder who they select now. They probably, I don't know who they select. I mean, hopefully it's Trevor Penning. Hopefully it's an offensive lineman. I don't want Dallas picking Trevor Penning at all. Oh yeah, Kyle, bro. Yeah, they did. The Giants are looking just so far. Their first round, it looks really nice. They got Neil and Kayvon Thibodeau. Like that's great. Where am I at? I'm trying to. 16. I went receiver. That's correct. I got that one right. I got Phil. I got where 15. 15 was a lineman. I got that wrong. Chargers are up on the clock after that. Oh yeah. The second team. Let's see what the Chargers got. Hey, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, Washington got Jahan Dodson. He is a burner. He is a burner. He's a burner. He can run routes. He's a really great slot receiver. So
Jahan Dodson has the best hands in this draft.
1, 2, 3, 4.
His route running,
1, 2,
here you
3,
see he's
4,
able
5,
to show you that polish at the top of his route, be able to attack
8.
that
I get
leverage,
8,
double moves. You've seen
correct.
this with a bunch of these wide receivers so far tonight.
I don't know what that
But it looks like Deshaun Jackson physically. He's got that same type of a build, and he can get that extra gear when he needs it. The run after catch, he can make you miss, and he can run away from you, showing you his niftiness there. Contested catches, here's where you see the best hands in the draft. The ability to adjust down the field, outstanding, high pointed. And then this is one of the best catches you'll see in this draft class, the one-hander against Sean Wade in Ohio State. Joel, I know.
Oh, we don't pick until 24, but Kyle, bro. AJ Brown's going to the Eagles. AJ Brown's going to the Eagles. Damn, bro. Hey, bro. If Philly wins the division, bro, I will not be surprised. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but I really think the Eagles might win the division. Like,
40+ yards. He is a dynamo.
So you can see right there the fan cam.
yeah, bro, I think wins the division.
The Chargers pick, and then
They picked Jordan Davis, the best interior D lineman. They just got a star receiver in AJ Brown. Yeah. I mean, we still look nice, but
Zion Johnson, guard, Dodson College.
Zion.
Zion Johnson.
I mean, hey,
Transfers to Boston College, starts 49 games.
so that's wrong right there. Tennessee. So now Tennessee got 17 and 26. So I wonder what Tennessee got back from that trade. Okay.
This is where they have the start of the replacement. You talked to Chargers last year, talked about Chargers game. Left side,
Damn.
that's where the dunk plays were.
That's crazy.
Right side, they were just trying to hold up. Zion Johnson gives a chance to make more plays on that side.
It's a vote of confidence, coach, too, and Trey Pipkins is the young tackle who could be the right tackle. He's going to plug in at right guard.
I praise for a guard is the word.
Oh, I forgot about Treylon Burks.
Square, front side, back side, the running game, the way they played at BC, you get a chance to see all that. He's a great pass protector. I also wrote down the word growler. He gets his hands on you. He can torque your body. He can get you on the ground. He can open up those lanes for the runners. As he is a new Los Angeles Charger here in AFC West Country in Las Vegas, Nevada. What a dream country.
I wonder what Tennessee does.
Zion Johnson, that's right. You're in the NFL. Daniel?
Yeah, Zion Johnson, coach, you did a nice job of describing his game and what he can bring for the Chargers team. Balance was their theme of the offseason. They thought they need to get that defense better. They've done that.
Okay. Let's see what Tennessee got. I know Tennessee got Philly's first round pick.
On the right side, all the different places he played, tackle.
We got
and then as we mentioned at the Senior Bowl,
18. I know they got 18. Now let's see what else they got. I really wonder what Dallas does. You got Treylon Burks still left. You got Tyler Lindenbaum. You got Nakobe Dean. Channing Tindall. You got Quay Walker.
In Inglewood, California, right where
Philly ain't playing around, bro. Like Philly's
home is the home of SoFi Stadium. Okay, so the Tennessee Titans have just
Philly ain't playing, man.
18th overall. They picked 26th.
And Dallas is so conservative. I want to know what Dallas does and still in the offseason because we can still add free agents. But I wonder what we do because Philly just got better.
Dynamic receiver.
So they
wanting a new contract. Tennessee and AJ Brown have split, and the Eagles essentially just drafted AJ Brown 18th overall in this draft. We're back to ruminate on this one in a moment.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Tell me you don't feel like cooking without telling me you don't feel like cooking.
Oh yeah, Karlaftis is still there.
One box, the big dinner box, only for pizza.
6 more picks until Dallas, man.
We did it. With more
Let's see what we do.
Anybody else was just inevitable. You're going to find everything you're looking for at Pipemans.com. I mean, come on. Look at this place. It's got 12-foot ceilings, modern appliances,
The Suns beat the Pelicans.
Most of good restaurants. Whoopsie. Bing, bang, bang, biggity, diggity, diggity, and Central AC.
How did you?
Apartments.com. The place.
Beat them in
Find the
6.
place.
It's still the E-Press refresh, which means Subway's up in their break game.
Oh damn, I forgot about Titans getting Robert Woods. But I mean, Robert Woods ain't gonna be your number one receiver. So does Treylon Burks probably go? I can see Treylon Burks going to Tennessee.
I don't mean to brag, but I do have
18.
I'm looking for someone who likes sand.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get the first round wrong.
I
Dang.
know a lot of fun spots. If you have kids, great. I'm great with kids. And yeah, that's me. Beachside Hotel.
Wow. Okay.
Snacks and popcorn are going to be expensive.
So Traylon Burks went to Tennessee.
For young homeowners turning into their parents.
Bathroom. Even if you don't have to go, you should try.
We all know where the bathroom is and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money by doing their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be paid.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
No.
I don't think Titans necessarily sold, but
No one who made moves here.
The only way you're ever gonna know what you're made of is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? The new Grand Cherokee, made for what you're made of.
Shop and buy online with GP Shop, where right now, well-qualified lessees can lease the new 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $399 a month.
I remember the day you asked, what nowadays? So I said, find a job, any job, work hard. That's just how it is. But of course, you didn't listen. You showed me there's another way. I'm proud of you.
So what a major trade this is when it involves a terrific receiver, as A.J. Brown has shown in his first 3 years. But with this being his potential walk year, the Titans sent him on first round draft night here in Vegas to Philly, which sends the 3rd overall pick in the draft and the 18th overall pick in this draft to Tennessee, which still selects 26th overall. Ian Rappaport, take it away.
wow.
The Philadelphia Eagles have been looking all offseason for a big-time, big-name receiver, and they got that with A.J. Brown. But that is not all. Sources said they just agreed to terms on a massive contract extension for Brown. 4 years, $100 million with $57 million guaranteed.
That's
big $20 million a year
for a receiver with just 3 years in the league. We're seeing some watershed contracts being handed out over the last 6 weeks in the NFL. So now the Tennessee Titans, I don't know if these fans know that they don't have A.J. Brown to cheer
Yeah,
for
they don't know.
anymore, but we'll see. Will they draft his replacement now? Will they draft somebody else?
Bro, Philly ain't playing. Like, they're not playing.
The Philadelphia Eagles have traded the 18th pick to the Tennessee Titans. With the 18th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Traylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas.
So there you go.
Bro, there's a bunch of great players on the board, and there's like 6 picks left until we pick. Green Bay doesn't have any receivers.
You're going to be shocked, Rich, when you see my comp.
Is it? Is that right?
We've got it. We can show you. My comp is A.J. Brown. That's who he is. Build speed. He's got that physicality, the yards after the catch.
Wow.
He is a monster after the catch, guys. Of all the top receivers in this draft class, those top 6 guys, it's him and Jameson Williams who are the best with the ball in their hands. Here he is on a jet sweep. Philadelphia is going to be able to do that. Nick Sirianni drawing it up, get the ball.
What receivers are left? You got George Pickens out of Georgia. You got Chris. I don't want to say his name. You got Sky Moore out of Wyoming. You got Romeo Dobbs or Dubes out of.
Track the ball easy. And then down the field.
Realistically, right now, Kyle, there's not a lot of great receivers left. Like mostly all the good receivers or underrated receivers in this draft they already have been selected.
Well, we've been talking about 2 receivers
because the Lions went Jameson Williams, the Falcons went Drake London. Chris Olave got picked by the Saints.
In addition to taking wildcat quarterback snaps. So if you're an offensive coordinator and now he goes with Tennessee, Todd Downing, you're dialing up those types of plays as well, even more so than you did for A.J. Brown, who didn't run those. And both those guys were baseball players.
Well, I think it's fascinating, obviously, that, that he's part of a trade essentially for A.J. Brown. And this is your comp. And then also, Charles, that your comp for him is Deebo Samuel. Since A.J. Brown and Deebo and DK Metcalf of Seattle is the conversation in the NFL right now is when you've got kids who ball out like they have in the first 3 years, and now it's time for their fourth year walk year, do you pay them like somebody like Devonte Adams was paid here in Las Vegas? Pay them like Stephon Diggs. Do you pay them like somebody who's been in the league for 7, 8, 9 years? And where Debo's still in San Francisco, we'll see how that plays out. The answer from the Tennessee Titans is no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to throw them, and just go cast our line back in the water and get a young guy and start from scratch.
I wonder where Nakobe Dean goes. I wonder where Nakobe Dean goes.
How about those three together? It's like we're watching multiplicity again. I mean, you talk about Tebow. You talk about there's a lot to keep straight out. You talk about Traylon Burks. It's all the same. A clone of a clone of a clone.
Okay, the pick is in
I tell you what, I love what you
for the
guys are talking
Saints.
about when you say the
I don't think there's a bunch
comparison
of
to a guy like A.J. Brown, but I always
good
say
receivers
it's
left.
different
So
to say just because a guy looks like a guy or plays like a guy at the last level that he's going to be A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is one of those unique competitors with his size, and he brings a different competitiveness to the field. I remember we had a guy named Anquan Bolden, who I believe will be a future Hall of Famer, and you would look at him and go, well, maybe not that fast, maybe we're not going to do this as well as some other guys, but his competitiveness was different, and your team changes when you have a guy like that on it. I believe this is a huge win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, now we kind of turn our attention to the quarterback conversation. No quarterbacks have gone yet. The Saints are about to announce their pick.
I don't think the Saints go right here.
Choose a quarterback.
I don't think they choose a quarterback.
Would be available on the board for the Steelers at 20, and that has been a team.
I think Pittsburgh goes quarter. I think they go Malik Willis first round. I think Malik Willis will get picked next.
They might not have their full choice of the full quarterback menu, but they may just.
What does Dallas do?
And that's a that's a Pittsburgh Steelers team of Mike Tomlin. Was it every quarterback pro?
No quarterbacks yet, Kyle.
They might have their choice.
No quarterbacks.
And what's interesting about that is they will know the most about
The Saints got Andy Dalton.
Right there.
I didn't even know that.
They share a practice facility. They see him all the time. But Kenny Pickett's traits lean more towards what they already have on the roster in terms of Mason Rudolph. But Mitchell Trubisky is that change-up quarterback that doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism. Is that more Malik Willis or Desmond Ridder is the wild card?
Well, obviously that'll be a conversation we'll have in a second. But how about the Eagles with Howie Roseman moving around the board with Wentz gone and getting some picks, and then moving around the board before the draft with the Saints, in the draft with the Texans, and then flipping a first-round selection for A.J. Brown and paying them $100 million to go along with Jordan Davis, who they already had.
It's nice when you don't have to pay your quarterback, you can afford to shell out a big contract to a wideout.
That helps. All right, now it's time for the Saints selection, their second of the night.
All the American Airmen serving in the United Kingdom and being supported by the Royal Air Force Legacy USO. We are excited to announce the first-round draft pick for the New Orleans Saints.
As the sole air-refueling wing in Europe and Africa, we project air power around the globe. We have the largest U.S. fighter operation in Europe, ready to employ combat air power at a moment's notice.
We are the only U.S. Air Force Special Operations Forces in Europe and Africa.
With our European allies, we own the skies.
Back to you, Commissioner.
Thank you to our U.S. Air Force service members and all those serving our great nation domestically and around the world. With the 19th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Trevor Penning.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for taking the tackle. I appreciate you.
Ideal frame. Remind me a little bit of Jake Long.
All right, so I got that one wrong. I got that one
There it
right.
is, Trevor Penning.
And I think
Inside the draft hall right now. Steelers are on the clock, and
I think the Steelers go quarterback.
available to them.
That's my prediction, but I could be wrong, of course.
The 20th overall pick of this night in Vegas.
9. Okay, I got 9 right so far. So I just need them to go quarterback. I'll be half correct.
Brought to you by.
Yeah, I think so too, Kyle. I think so too, bro.
Presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL.
Malik Willis too, bro. If not, Malik Willis won't get picked until the second round.
Spring Fest is back.
If Malik Willis does not go here, he's not getting picked until the second round, unless Tampa selects him. I can see that happening. If he doesn't go here, he could go to Tampa. Or maybe Green Bay might do something wild and pick him. I don't know.
Verizon Small Business Days are back.
But I do think Pittsburgh takes Malik Willis.
28th to May 4th to get some of our best offers on 5G plans, devices, and internet, like ultra-fast, ultra-simple wireless 5G business internet. You can get 1 month on us and up to $1,500 to help cover the cost to switch. Come in or book an appointment online today during Verizon Small Business Days.
Hey,
Verizon
Kyle.
Small Business Days are going ultra, so your business can get more.
It's not Malik Willis, but it is a quarterback though. But it's not Malik Willis. Kenny Pickett, bro. Wow. Yeah, like I said, bro. If it wasn't if Malik Willis didn't go here, it was going to be to he's probably not going to get picked until like Green Bay.
Red Bull gives you wings. USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bomb. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today. The all-new LX600, ready for any arena.
Tonight after the draft on NFL Total Access, your official round one recap from the biggest move to the biggest shock. Who rose, who fell, and who's still waiting to hear his name on day two. That's tonight after the draft. NFL schedule is here.
That's right.
This is the first quarterback taken off the board.
Just a couple of weeks' time, we'll find out who plays who, and who plays who where. We just don't know the when, what day, and what channel you'll be watching it. So the Steelers now on the clock, 20th overall.
I would have
Frank
gone on
Reynolds on the draft stage right now. I think some of the Steelers fans there. Do you think they go quarterback?
I thought they would have a chance draft. They'd be sitting here at pick number 20 with their pick of all these quarterbacks. They sure did an awful lot of homework on this group.
Devin, Lloyd, George Karlaftis. There's still a lot of great talent, man. Jermaine Johnson. If we can get either Dean, I'm narrowing it down to my picks. If we can get either Dean, Karlaftis, or Lindenbaum at 24, I'll be happy.
Mike Tomlin's got your contract, so he's good to go. I think he's pretty secure.
Well,
If we go Devin Lloyd, I'll be a bit mad, but not too mad.
That the Steelers could use as well. They're all sitting right there.
You've got my highest rated players, Jermaine Johnson. You've got Devin Lloyd. You've got Trent McDuffie, the corner from Washington. There's some really good football players there. But I just don't think you go through this whole process and do all this work on these quarterbacks. Ben Roethlisberger walks away. Also think about Kevin Colbert, the general manager. This is his last year. And Ozzie Newsome's last year as a GM in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is the selection to give to Eric DeCosta. Maybe that's what Kevin Colbert.
If you take Pickett right now, he competes right away with Trubisky. If you take Willis, Trubisky's automatically your starter, you think.
Yeah, Trubisky's watching this right now, I promise you.
Meanwhile, the Ravens traded back into the first round. They're sitting there at 23. It's kind of odd that they just chose. I mean, obviously Hollywood Brown is somebody that Arizona would want. You pair him up with Kyler Murray. I'm just wondering if A.J. Brown gets traded during the.
Oh yeah, they both went to OU.
There's a contract and there's a physical and everything gets cleared. Could Debo still be in play tonight? Is that possible?
I would believe that Howie Roseman been working on that for a while.
Let's see. There's a lot of intrigue. The commissioner's here. There's Franco Harris. Wondering if there's a quarterback on that card. The commissioner's left hand. Showing it to Franco. Seen it first. Does Franco approve? Franco.
This season marks the 50th anniversary of one of the most memorable moments in NFL history. During the final seconds of the 1972 AFC divisional game,
1, 2, 3,
Franco
4,
Harris
5, 6,
made an
7,
improbable
8, 9,
catch
10.
known as the Immaculate Reception. He here with us tonight to celebrate the 50th anniversary of that moment and to announce the pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Please welcome Pro Football Hall of Famer Franco Harris.
I can't wait to hear what this reaction was from seeing the name here. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Hello, Las Vegas!
This is great.
Wow! I love this. I love this.
Okay.
With the 20th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You get a quarterback.
Kenny Pickett.
Wow. You should have went Willis, man. You should have went Willis.
So it is.
Welcome to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome, Kenny.
It is Kenny Pickett.
There we go.
And there is the reaction. What a dream, no doubt, for Kenny Pickett as he was making his way and making his bones to be a big man on campus. The Pittsburgh Panthers, and the number of times that Mike Tomlin just sneak into practice, Kevin Colbert sneaking into practice, just check on it, see what's going on around here.
And what do you call it in recruiting, coach? The bump in? Remember the old bump in? Oh, there's a lot of bump ins. How many bump ins in the lobby in that facility were there? Oh, Kenny, didn't know you were down here right now.
Wow, and he gets to be the Pittsburgh Steeler hope for the future. With Trubisky and obviously Mason Rudolph still there, but
Where do we
what
go?
a moment in New Jersey for this young man. He gets to stay put, just walk across the hall, right?
We've talked about these quarterbacks and how high would they go, and
That's
they
crazy.
might be disappointed they didn't go high. This is the best case scenario. You're going to a good football team in the Pittsburgh Steelers with a great defense, Charles. Great defense, and don't forget the building of the offense. They got to continue on the offensive line, and Najee Harris gives them a heck of a start last year, although he touched it about 1,000 times in his first year.
Well, Daniel mentioned this guy's going to compete right away. He's an efficient, accurate passer.
Yeah, to me, he's outstanding with his anticipation. He's a little bit more athletic version of Matt Hasselbeck. You saw some of the comps for him with other guys.
I wonder where we select,
The
bro.
one that came to mind. That's how he throws the football. There he is dropping back.
Dean is still on the board. Tyler Linderbaum is still on the board.
That's his calling card, the anticipation and the accuracy. Being able to see the whole field.
If I'm Dallas, I go Jacoby Dean. So I think Baltimore could select Lindenbaum.
Be able to deliver a strike down the field. Then suddenness. You get a free rusher. Can you make him miss? Can you create a play? Absolutely. He's able to
Trade.
himself, keep his eyes down
Kansas City is selecting right now. They traded back with New England. I'm about to get the details for it right now.
Football IQ, his acumen allow him to challenge right away for a starting job because he'll run the playbook quickly. Coach, the other part with this young man is that jump up in time. He really used that bonus year and used it really well to put himself.
I agree 100%. But what I keep thinking about, honestly, is organizational structure. This organization knows how to take care of quarterbacks. You're going to run the football. You're going to play great defense. We're going to give this opportunity to young man to grow, compete right away, but grow and have a chance to be one heck of a football player.
Meanwhile, the Patriots just traded down. The Chiefs just traded up from 29th to choose the 21st, and their selections already made, while the Packers' first of two selections tonight will go. Maybe the Chiefs are looking for a wideout. They're afraid the Packers are going to take. Who knows? We'll send it inside now, though. To Kurt Warner. Hey, Kurt, quarterback got taken.
Quarterback off the board. Now the draft starting. Oh, it's been a great first round up to this one. But I love this fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is when I watch Kenny Pickett play, he's got a feel for the position. He's not a guy that's going to go back there and throw it 100 miles an hour. He's not going to throw it 80 yards. but he understands when and how to throw the football. And that, to me, is a big part of playing quarterback, is being an athlete at the quarterback position without having to have those athletic skills in a 40-yard dash or a big arm. And Kenny Pickett, to me, impressed me the more and more I watch tape. You throw it 500 times, you only have 7 interceptions while you're having to carry the team with your right arm. I like this pick, and I think he's got a chance to be really good at the NFL level.
Ian Rappaport, take it away.
Rich, the Pittsburgh Steelers had 4 quarterbacks they would have considered taking in the first round. Obviously, Kenny Pickett, number 1, and they have targeted him for months, of course, as you guys mentioned, in their building. As far as why they chose him, here's my understanding. Ready to compete right now, his maturity, his confidence, great mobility. Seems like we have a quarterback competition now in Pittsburgh.
Joel?
I look at career production. Guys, if you look at the last 10 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks in the National Football League, you're going to see.
I think Kansas City goes receiver, but I don't know who. Maybe Sky. I think Sky Moore, maybe out of Wyoming, or I could see George Pickens.
Kenny Pickett is that type of producer. Remember, he's completed 1,000 passes. They've seen all of this in their building, and when they did their homework on all the other players, you got a lot of half-field reads, a lot of play-action pass from guys like Sam.
Bro, stop talking about it, bro. They picked a weak quarterback. Talk about the Chiefs.
If you need a quarterback now with the production as a career man in college, Kenny Pickett was the man.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Now there might be some wide receivers going here. Fascinating enough. I mean, March, 2 of the biggest moves was Devonte Adams being traded here to Vegas and Tyreek Hill being traded from Kansas City to Miami. Kansas City just used the first-round selection they got from Miami and a fourth-round selection they got from Miami for Tyreek Hill, along with a third, to move up in front of Green Bay to make this choice.
Chiefs are going receiver, but who? Maybe they go linebacker. You could probably go to Dean to pair up with Nick Bolton. If I'm Dallas, I'll trade it with Kansas City, try to get 30 from him.
So they go defensive back.
So you traded up to get a corner. Okay, not bad. Oh, yeah, you did lose Ward, so.
Trent McDuffie was the best available corner. This is an easy mover. Think about how great Jair Alexander has been with the Green Bay Packers. That's who he reminded me of. He can play inside. He can play outside. He can even drop back and play some safety if you want him to. The awareness is outside.
Corner is the pick. Corner is the pick for Kansas City.
He's not the tallest guy. He's not the longest guy, but he can go up and play it at its highest point. He's got outstanding ball awareness. The fluidity, open your hips. He does that so
Okay, 22 is Green Bay. Green Bay's next on the clock. If there's a trade, I'll let you know. I still have to update you guys on what Kansas City traded up for with New England.
Is that you or Washington State, Coach? That's you.
I
apologize on that one. But excited household there at McDuffie's. And they should be excited to think about what you're getting as well in that division because it's the AFC West now. Russell Wilson is now in Denver with some big-time receivers. Devonte Adams showed up now to help out Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow. Kansas City has set the pace as a track squad, but they need to replenish in the secondary. L'Jarius needs a piece that they use all over the secondary. Trent McDuffie, similar to that, to go out there. Now they got to cover that division. Oh, yeah, that's right. Justin Herbert and the Chargers as well.
Yeah, DJ hit it right on the head. This guy's got such a great feel for playing. This guy, when they needed plays to be made, he made him as a blitzer. He made him in the corner position. He made him in the nickel position. This is a really, really good football player that's got great instincts and knows how to make plays.
So Kansas City uses a couple of.
We have a lot of different options to go out 24. We have edge rushers. We have backers. If Tyler Lindenbaum does not get picked, Dallas needs to pick him. Oh, John Mechie's still available. Sky Moore, Alex Pierce. Though a lot of these guys that they're showing right now, they're a lot of day 2 guys.
For the right to do that is now on the clock. Daniel, let's just talk about what Green Bay needs. Everybody thinks it's wide receiver, clearly. And how does the wide receiver situation look right now as they have finally arrived for their first of 2 first-round picks?
My top 6 wide receivers are gone.
They're gone.
They're gone. And we've had 2 veterans traded. So if you think wide receiver hasn't been the position of the offseason, My next best guy is Sky Moore from Western Michigan. And then you also look at Christian Watson from North Dakota State, who's got some real vertical speed. If you're going to go wide out to me, I would think one of those two guys, the wild card could be George Pickens from Georgia. Any thought of an edge rusher there for Green Bay? I cannot believe Jermaine Johnson is still out there. Jermaine Johnson's my 9th overall player.
Zadarius Smith no longer there. Preston Smith is there. Rashawn Gary's there. But we know in this league, right, Coach, more pass rush you get, the better. So I'm just wondering if that's a thought process for Green Bay.
What do you think?
I just don't think the value's there at wide receiver right now. And the success they've had outside of round 1 at the wide receiver spot, I don't think that's where they're going.
So are you saying the Green Bay Packer fans waited for Aaron Rodgers to have a wide receiver drafted for him in the first round, and they not only have one, but they have 2 first-round picks because they traded Devonte Adams away for one?
They might have just swapped first-round picks, to be honest.
Value, take one.
They're all gone.
They're all. Did you just go, Colonel? Did you go, Colonel Marcus?
They're all gone.
Marcuson's gone. They're all gone, sir. It's a ghost. He's gone.
Wow.
You could be Markinson.
I know somebody wants to.
Are you Markinson? I'm not Markinson. Are you Markinson?
Yeah, I really think the Bucks grab Willis. I think they do. I think Malik Willis will go to Tampa. It makes sense. Tampa's really great offensively and defensively. You bring in Malik Willis to back up Tom Brady, your Bucks are going to be competitive, bro.
One of the most shocking months in the history of the NFL. Here's the commissioner.
That's what I'm saying, Kyle. Like, that's going to be nice.
With the 22nd pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Quay Walker.
Wow. What's wrong with Green Bay? Why are they like picking defensive players in the first round? All right, y'all. Dallas is going to get a stud. I don't know who, though. Bro, that's what I'm, Kyle, bro. Like, Malik Willis is going to be dangerous when he finally starts and you learn behind Tom Brady, and they're still going to have pretty good weapons. So, like, they're going to be nice, even without Tom Brady. I don't know Super Bowl contending, but who knows?
Walker was going to go ahead of him because of these physical traits, the ability to play here in space.
All right, Buffalo just got in front of us. Please pick a running back. If they pick a running back, I will cry. If they pick a running back, I will cry. I'm going to laugh. If Buffalo traded up to get a running back, I'm going to cry.
The Ravens have dropped down to 25. The Cowboys in between them, and then the Titans' original first-round pick of the night. As you know, they already traded up for A.J. Brown to go to Philadelphia.
So Buffalo, they're going to select who?
Pickett learned the Pitt Panthers staying in Pittsburgh.
Stuff. We love stuff. There's really great stuff out there. But I doubt that any of us will look back in our lives and think, I wish I bought even thinner TV. Found a lighter light beater. Or had an even smarter smartphone. Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret things we didn't buy? Or the places we didn't go?
When you step into a new day, determined, committed, willing to take on whatever's asked of you, that new day is yours to own, yours to shape, and yours to be proud of. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand in your vehicle quality.
During Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie Crew Cab models.
But realistically, I see Buffalo getting an offensive lineman like Tyler Lindenbaum. Maybe they add an edge guy in Jermaine Johnson. Or they can go linebacker, go to Kobe Dean.
Why are you the cool stuff?
The people need to read it.
I can't read it.
It's because you're like 4.
And the way the NFC East is trying to get better right now, I think Dallas stays. But they need to pick an offensive lineman.
Football is an incredible game, but it's an even better platform. In what ways are we paying it forward? A lot of people make it. Then they forget where they came from, but not you. You're looking out for people, so I'll look out for you.
Make every birthday special with flowers, gifts, and more at 1-800-Flowers.com.
At Finger Hut, we don't define you by your credit score. We offer lower monthly payments than traditional buy now, pay later options on things you need as you build your credit history with a Finger Hut vetted credit account at fingerhut.com.
Finger Hut credit accounts are issued by WebBank. Yes.
Yeah, they make Drake London's card trash. I don't know why. Who does Buffalo pick?
Here's a peek inside the green room built by Lowe's, where invited prospects.
Buffalo's dumb. Not really, but no, they're not dumb. It was a good pick. It makes sense. You pair them on the other side. I'm gonna let y'all hear the pick.
Devin, Lloyd.
I'm gonna let y'all hear the pick. But if I'm Buffalo and you was up there, you should have definitely had picked a better player.
Devin on his way into the draft hall from here. Ask me what my 40 time.
Dallas has so many good players left on the board. Tyler Lindenbaum, George Karlaftis, Jacoby Dean.
It's just weird. I'll be honest.
We have a bunch of good other positions other than receiver. And then don't forget, guys, there's a bunch of guys still on the market right now, like Odell, Julio. Julio was 33, so I mean, yeah, I love Julio, man. So Dallas can just take a 1-year deal. That'd be nice, but
to the first round, they traded in for the 23rd overall pick. To part of that trade to Arizona was flipping him Hollywood Brown, and now the Ravens have traded down 2 spots, and the Bills gave up a 4th round pick to move up 2 spots. Their pick is in. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Well, we're in Vegas.
This is where we wanted to be at. So hopefully,
The yo?
Makes perfect sense.
Like we hit the yo? We hit the yo. Are we allowed to say that on the air? I mean, we are.
You're Elon
Rich, I think we just
on
did.
Florida.
Hit the C&E, run around.
All right, bro. Dallas is on the board next.
So as you know, the Bills have been on the pass line quite a bit of late. Certainly one of the most entertaining games in the history of the playoffs. And I know when you say history of the playoffs, it sounds like an exaggeration. But the Bills and the Chiefs this year was just so dynamite. I mean, they changed the overtime rules because of it. And you can see what they've done in this draft with Josh Allen, and they hit quite a bit the defensive side of the ball. So let's see what they're going to do here. I mean,
an organization in good lockstep too with GM and head coach.
I know you guys, you went Breece Hall in your mock draft, but why trade ahead of the Cowboys aren't taking a running back? Right.
No, they're not.
Trade up for him. See what happens.
The Baltimore Ravens have traded the 23rd pick.
All right. Let's see who we get.
With the 23rd pick.
Please don't make me say, huh? Please don't.
The Buffalo Bills select Jair Elam, defensive back, Florida.
Yeah, they need a corner. Tre'Davious White.
It's a nice corner, but
here to start the season, coming off of the ACL. But this is a height, weight, speed corner from Florida. Didn't get a chance to play the football as much this year as he had previously, but he can get up in you at the line of scrimmage as a physical press corner. Understands how to attack the ball once it's up in the air, find it, play.
Let's see who we select.
He didn't get the interception production that you would like later in his career, but he can play the football. Here he is with that speed and physicality across the field. The toughness, get up and make a big play. That is a face-to-face, chest-up tackle for Jair Elam.
So, yes,
we're next on the board. I want Tyler Lindenbaum, George Karlaftis, Nakobe Dean. There's 3 players I want. And I did say I want those, and those 3 are on the board right now, but we're not getting all 3. So I want Tyler Lindenbaum. That's who I want. That's who I want. That's why I think they will get Tyler Lindenbaum. That's my pick.
Tyler Linderbaum's still out there. He's the best center in this draft class. He's available. Edge rusher. again, we keep saying it. Jermaine Johnson sticks out like a sore thumb on my list. He's my highest rated guy by a good margin.
Yeah, because remember,
If we pick Jermaine Johnson, I won't be too mad, but
and I don't know that they want to
there's definitely better prospects on the board.
not that they don't want to have
You need to pick Tyler Linderbaum. The Eagles just got Jordan Davis. They still got Fletcher, and they got Jerron Hargrave. That's 3 interior linemen that you're, other than Zach Martin, Tyler Biotish, and McGovern is not going to be able to handle that. So,
Yeah, Kobe Dean still sitting out there. Devin Lloyd still sitting out there.
Kobe Dean's a mother, bro. Kobe Dean's a dog. Like, no pun intended. I know he played for the Georgia Dogs, but no, like, Kobe Dean's really that dude.
behind their teammates or their running mates in terms of this draft. I mean, just take a look at how it's gone. Quay Walker, the pro people knew, but most people outside thought Kobe Dean all the way. And here's Quay Walker.
Get Tyler Linderbaum, bro. Get Tyler Linderbaum.
Getting on the phone right now. Steven's gonna put a prospect on the line with the head cheese right there. Do you think we've already gotten our verdict on what the league feels about the quarterback class?
I think we go Tyler Linderbaum. Tyler Linderbaum. Please pick Tyler Linderbaum.
The choice of these quarterbacks at 20, and that's what happened. I still think we're going to get one more. I really do. We're going to get one more before we get out of the first round.
Please pick Tyler. Please pick Tyler. Please pick Tyler, bro.
Because that's typically what we're going to get in the second. Typically.
Kurt Warner. I'll tell you what, I like DJ talking about the interior offensive line. I love the idea of Jermaine Johnson or a pass rusher to go with Micah Parsons. We know how dynamic he was as a pass rusher, could have been the defensive end. But I thought where he was at his best is when you lined him up as a linebacker, you would twist him inside. You put him over the top of the guards on the inside. So I love the fact that you can put two bookends on the outside that can rush the passer, and now you can use Micah Parsons as a chest piece. That could be a huge advantage.
Bro, I want Tyler Linderbaum. That's who I want. This offensive line's getting old and weak, and we got whooped by the Niners up front. Linderbaum needs to be the pick.
Dan Quinn did a phenomenal job last year, by the way. George Karlaftis still in the room as well.
So the Dallas Cowboys, as we all know,
Pick Tyler Linderbaum, bro. I'm going to bed nice, bro. Yeah, Lyman ain't a sexy pick, but yeah, bro. Yeah, Colorado, bro. He's from Iowa. And you already know how them guys from Iowa are. They're physical.
You do have a wide receiver need on the card right here, but as you said, that's
You're not
really where you
don't pick a receiver. Please don't pick a receiver.
Now taking it down to 2.5 minutes, it seems, before the Ravens get on the clock.
I still want to go back to the night that Zach Martin went instead of Johnny Manziel. I still want to have that 30 for 30, that feature.
That's look. They don't even know what they're talking about. Zach Martin went before Johnny Manziel, but they get paid to do this. That's crazy. I don't care how old you are.
Knew where they wanted to go with that when they had conviction on this pick, and then we saw Stephen Jones call it in. I can't wait to see who it is.
Was that part of the story that night that somebody went up to Jimmy Haslam on the street and said you should take Manziel to?
I mean, we had a lot going on there. Who's going to do the story?
What a scene. That's the spot where the red carpet took place tonight. Now fans are lining Las Vegas Boulevard, just taking in the scene right here. That's the draft hall across the street
All
of
right.
Las Vegas Boulevard. Getting ready for
Let's
the
see what we
Dallas
get.
Cowboys pick. The pick is in, and the Baltimore Ravens are now on the clock, 25th overall.
Come on, announce it. Announce the pick.
Ever, and who would have thought it in this town, Las Vegas, Nevada? It's now dusk, and it's time for Vegas to turn the lights on and really.
I won't be mad at Dallas if they use their second and a third round pick to get back up in the first and try to go get an edge. That I want them to be aggressive. That's what you do. You might as well. If I can get my second and my third, and maybe a fourth or a fifth, because we have 2 fourth-round picks, we can trade back up in day one to go get a George Karlaftis or Nakobe Dean. Bro, we would have been one of the many teams who would win day one. And we would have been aggressive doing it because, as you see, everybody else in the division is getting aggressive. We're a conservative franchise. Don't make any sense, but
With the 24th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Smith, tackle Tulsa.
All right, so they go offensive.
Bro,
no. Will be a tackle or interior blocker. That was my next highest rated tackle, and Tyler Smith
bro,
is
why?
smaller. And some of that results in some penalties. You have to dial that back a little bit.
Why?
Level, but I love the tenacity
Why?
and aggression with which he plays. Charles, Tyler Smith, I thought through this process, with so many teams having needs and tackles,
This
when we
retard.
thought maybe
Why?
we'd get him in the second round a little while
Yes,
ago, you
he
had
was
to
linked to
very well
Dallas,
see
but getting Tyler Smith for what?
how those guys go in
You
those
had
drafts
Lindenbaum,
earlier on.
Dean,
A number of teams still
Kurlock,
left on this
bro.
board would have had interest in him, coach, and bring him
And see, the reason why I'm not so mad throwing stuff around, because Tyron Smith is going to miss half the season anyway, but bro,
Along with the rest of the brass, Ian Rappaport, take it away.
Rich, the Cowboys took a hard look here at Tyler Smith's medical. He had a condition called Blunt's disease that affected the growth plates around his knee. He was bow-legged until the high school.
and we just picked a dude that has a medical condition. Like,
Re-break his legs.
what are we
and let him
doing?
heal properly. Teams took a hard look at this. They deemed him fine, no issues going forward. Cowboys have a new tackle.
I mean, I've heard about breaking ankles on the field, but I mean, my gosh, what a journey for Tyler Smith to the NFL. Congratulations to him on becoming a Dallas Cowboy and a National Football Leaguer. When we come back, the Ravens are on the clock. Who do they trade back into the first round?
We just reached.
Find out in a moment.
This is a Taco Charlton pick. That's crazy.
This internet is going ultra with 5G ultra wideband. So Izzy's interior design shop gets the wireless power it needs.
We reached on an offensive tackle when Lindenbaum, Dean, and Karlaftis were all on the board.
This Cinco de Mayo weekend, legacy will be earned.
This is what I'm talking about.
Coming soon.
This is what I'm talking about.
Zone pay-per-view.
Trash ass team, bro. Like, why?
Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's. Experience all the deals at SpringFest. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility.
It's still an Eat Fresh refresh, and Subway's refreshing everything. Like the new premium Angus roast beef. It goes great with the oven roasted turkey and black forest ham on the new Subway Club. Now that's a perfect 10.
Thank you.
Stop trying to upstage the sandwich, Simone Biles. Subway keeps refreshing and
Rich Eisen is running the 40 to benefit St. Jude. Let's do this. And once again, he's bringing along a few friends.
Thanks to everybody for helping out. Hopefully everybody at home can too.
Don't miss Rich's run Saturday during the draft on NFL Network.
Wake up and welcome to Good Morning Football.
We got something fresh.
A good guy, that's who we are.
This guy is that good.
Make every morning a good morning.
Let's go.
We're not winning the NFC East next year. The way this just
My
went.
mom was a college athlete and had always been in great shape. My sister and I noticed her having a tougher time getting around. We knew something wasn't right. My grandmother died from muscular dystrophy. So when my mother was diagnosed, she knew it would be the battle of her life. Now I'm using every muscle in my body to make sure she doesn't fight it alone. This is my cause and my pledge to you all.
Getting outdoors is all about the
We're going to find out pretty quickly what he's going to be about because Tyron Smith doesn't play all his games. But if he miraculously plays 13 games and Tyler Smith doesn't see the field, I'm going to have a problem. I'm not even excited for tomorrow. Because if the first pick if your first round selection looks like this, I can only imagine what your second round selection looks like. And
Is it okay to call you mom? Of course you can.
Hey everybody, Verizon Small Business Days is going ultra now through May 4th. Coming in an appointment online for some of our best offers on 5G plans, devices, and internet. Oh, yeah, it's a party out here by the fountain. Party going on in Las Vegas, all lit up.
All right, we're still gonna keep this party going. We got 7 more picks left. Baltimore is up next. Let's see what stud they get because they know how to draft, unlike Dallas.
Then about 15 minutes after that, kind of a surprise, they traded back into the first round, 23rd overall with Arizona. And for that, they flipped a 3rd round pick, 100th overall, and Hollywood Brown to Arizona for that choice. And then they just traded away a couple of seconds ago to the Bills, move 2 spots down to now make this choice that they have 2 minutes and change left on.
It's been a flurry of activity here. Hollywood Brown, it's interesting seeing him leave the building. They still like their depth that they have there. I don't know if there's a wide receiver that would be worth it here if you're the Baltimore Ravens, but you've already addressed the secondary with Kyle Hamilton. There's some interesting corners that are still on the board. Andrew Booth from Clemson and Gordon from Washington.
What about defensive line? Devonte Wyatt's still there, right?
You keep saying there's
Jermaine Johnson's still there. He's my highest. I got Jermaine Johnson and Devin Lloyd. Those are my 2 highest rated players still out there.
That big guy inside with Devonte Wyatt being in.
I think there's a lot of really good players in that front 7. Linebackers, defensive.
I know the Ravens are laughing at us. They just got Tyler Lindenbaum.
It's kind of
Ah.
I don't know, a head scratcher to trade back into the first round for a pick that was 10 picks away when they did it, right? Or 8 picks away when they did it. A long time away from when they did it. They picked at 14 and then got right back on the board to come back in 23. They must have had something that they had identified.
Well, haven't been there. I think it's usually a handful of guys. When you look at it and say, okay, we like it. Maybe it's Karlaftis in that mix as well. Maybe it's a Daxton Hill, who they'll know very well from Michigan. You like a clump of guys. You say, we're going to get one of them.
And remember, they lost all their runners last year.
Yes,
that poor day in the summer.
Awful.
Boom, 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 right?
No,
they also don't have a pivot and an interior front. Blocking up front. Play like a Raven also means running the football. That's also a consideration.
Okay, so the Ravens pick is in, and the Titans' original.
We picked the wrong Tyler.
To use. They're about 90 seconds into that. Roger Goodell coming out for the 25th overall pick.
Yes, bro.
The final 8 picks of the
There were
first
edges
round.
on the board. Jermaine, Karlaftis, Lindenbaum was there, and Dean was there. And you went and picked a guy who had questionable injuries in college.
The Baltimore Ravens select Tyler.
This is Dallas trying to outthink the room. And they always end up losing every time. They thought they were smart when they got Taco, Bust. And now we just picked Tyler Smith. The reason why I'm not too upset, like I said, is because he is going to start because Tyron Smith misses almost all his games every year. So he's going to play. So we're going to see what he's made of. If he ain't that dude, that's another Dallas pick where they messed up on.
Yeah, I think he's the best center in this draft. He's a wrestler. There's an unbelievable video. We'll get to it of what he did as a wrestler.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy how bad they want to be on purpose.
That quickness off the ball, be able to
They have no self-awareness. They see everyone else getting better, and they still think that they are a top team. What are you doing?
The ability to cut off linebackers. He's got outstanding feel when you're working angles as an interior guy. As a puller, a center that can pull, again, that's outstanding. Giving you that versatility to your run game, he can do that. And then get him out in space. Here's a glimpse of some of the athleticism that he has. This ability to run and pick guys off in the screen game. The Baltimore Ravens are going to love what he brings. This is Next Gen Stats powered by AWS. You see these overall draft scores. Tyler Linderbaum
So the Jets,
below Breece Hall.
the Jets just got back in the first round. This is going to be their 3rd selection. They're probably going to pick them like Nakobe Dean or a really good player. They're going to do better than us. They picked the corner. They picked the receiver. They're getting an edge. They have to get an edge.
center. Great Humphrey. There you go.
Joel Klatt.
Ravens draft of all time. I'm sitting downstairs with Kurt Warner before the draft. He's like, hey,
I think Malik Willis goes to Tampa Bay.
He's probably like 9-10-year all-pro style safety. And Tyler Linderbaum. He's a 10-year all-pro. You draft him, he starts from day one, and this guy can be a leader in your locker room as well. Not just a wrestler, all the quickness that you were talking about as well.
We just missed on a 10-year generational center for an unquestionable tackle. We don't even know what he's going to be like.
Of course. That's all you got to say.
Thanks very much, Joe. Appreciate the thoughts. Jets just moved back in the first round, everybody. They flipped their best second-round pick tomorrow night. They have another one. And they swapped third-round picks, 69th to 101st overall. And the Jets then flipped their final pick in the draft, which is a fifth-round pick, 163 overall, to go get somebody. Could they have just gotten Jermaine Johnson, do you think?
They got Sauce Gardner, who was my second player. They've got
You're getting an edge guy.
Fourth player, and Jermaine Johnson's my ninth player. He's still out there. And those are the three positions that they really wanted to attack.
If this guy doesn't pan out, I know what's going to be like, man.
Like, forget about it. I thought I was going to go with a meal. You know what I mean? I was just sitting here. Got to come back in with another pick. Forget about it. I mean, the last time the Jets chose 3 first-round picks was 2000 when they had 5. You know, so there you have it. Ahmad Gardner, 4th overall, and Garrett Wilson, 10th overall, and they move back in, and the pick is now in with the Bucs on the clock. So you think that's what it is? What else could it be?
We've been talking about it for the last 7 or 8 picks. How is this guy still out there? And it's a
Dallas is so bad. Dallas is trash.
Joe Douglas, experience with this and likes doing it. You go get Jermaine Johnson. Remember, you got to go chase down Josh Allen at some point.
Absolutely. Coach, Jermaine Johnson was also at the Senior Bowl where the Jets got a chance to see him up close. So they're going to know him as well as anybody.
Why did he drop so?
I'm going to find out after the draft, Rich. I know, some people say, oh, maybe personality-wise he wasn't for everybody. I could care less. This guy rushes the quarterback. He plays extremely hard. He can play the run. I thought he was in the mix. Maybe not at 4, but at 10 for the Jets. I thought absolutely he would be in play for them.
The interesting part was it was Kayvon Thibodeau. Everybody thought might have that drop because of personality. He ends up going number 5. It ends up being Jermaine Johnson, if indeed he tends to be the pick here.
Yeah, the Jets still have a second-round pick at the top of tomorrow night's draft at 38. They have the 69th overall that they've now dropped down, about 30-some-odd spots to 101, 2 fourths, and a 5. And 3 first-rounders.
If they do go in this direction, think about Carl Lawson coming back off the Achilles injury. Quinnen Williams inside.
All right, here's the commissioner of the NFL with a surprise 3rd first-round choice of the New York Jets here in Las Vegas.
The Tennessee Titans have traded the 26th pick to the New York Jets. We're the 26th pick. In the 2022 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Jermaine Johnson, linebacker, Florida State.
Wow. I think your Jets might be cooking with gas. Look, I did not think there was a chance in a million years that they would come away with 3 top 9 players, at least as I see them in this draft class. I didn't see that happen.
And you got 2 heavy personalities that were going through. You think it's Sauce and Jermaine, styling and profiling as he walks that aisle.
This guy is a football player, right? He's not just a pass rusher. He is long, he is physical, he is aggressive.
This team is so trash,
I
man.
marked this when I was looking at him.
I know that wasn't a Will McClay pick. I know that.
You look for that guy to make TFLs and
That was a Steven Jerry Jones pick.
And not on a great football team overall. He had to make a lot of plays, and they were out of some of those games, and he stayed in and win the effort. But I thought he had a run up to the draft that was as good as a defensive player had.
They could block him.
They could not block him at the Senior Bowl. That whole process was big for him.
In Jacksonville.
Leaving Georgia to find an opportunity. Not only did he find the opportunity,
Jacksonville is on the clock.
To give this young man credit. Jameson Williams left Alabama. Ohio State.
What's that boy's name?
I mean, I saw my
Tampa just got out of the first round. They pick first tomorrow.
I thought he might come out top 10 because I had him at 7 at the Giants. I've had a 9 with Seattle. I have a few different pros. The whole process, I had him and Kayvon Thibodeau next to each other. They're both going to be in New York. You think those careers might be tied together as they go forward with Jets and Giants fans to see who ends up being the better of the two? Normally, as quarterbacks, you tie together like that. This might be Brett Bassett, no doubt. He looks excited to be joining the Jets. A lot of young talent on this football team. Big time speed. He can crush the pocket.
Where's the?
And when
I
you
need
think
a
of that
pen.
size and length that he has, just reminded me of Daniil Hunter and what he's done in his career with the Minnesota Vikings. The hands, push, pull. Right? You get a little push, pull. This is a sack, force, fumble, recovery, touchdown. That's about as good as you can do on a play if you're a defensive lineman. Here he is wrapping around the edge. He can flatten to the quarterback. There is a little bit of tightness, as with Thibodeau, but you have big-time power. He can beat you outside. He can beat you through your numbers, or he can beat you with an inside move like you see here with the spin. He also has a nice inside counter. Here's that swipe move using his hands. There's polish to his game. There's a reason why he had all that production. And watch what he does to Darian Kennard here at the end of his Senior Bowl practice. That's a well-put-together young man, Darian Kennard. He was the best blocker in the SEC last year. And the Jets got a defensive front now, guys.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. To be very honest with you, other than just Joe Douglas should run for mayor for crying out loud. I mean, Gardner,
And you got
Wilson,
to
Johnson,
up the sauce.
and they also got a second-round pick in their back pocket for tomorrow night at the top of Friday night. Melissa, start. Take it away.
For Jason, I know you're excited. He's got a big smile and certainly has the style for the New York area. What do you think?
I'm so excited, man. I knew when I went on that visit, it was something special, and they said they'd come get me, and they came got me. I got the best fan base. We're in New York, and we're going to win some games.
They're all fired up out there in the audience for you. You know, there's a saying, good things come to those who wait. When you were sitting back there, it give you a little extra motivation?
100%. I'm a man of faith, but at the same time, I know what I'm worth. But I'm so glad the Jets came and got me. We'll wreak havoc.
Awesome. I'm sure they're glad to hear that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Melissa. So the Jaguars just hopped in to choose 27th overall. They gave up the first pick to tomorrow night's proceedings to Tampa for the right to choose right now. The Packers, Patriots, and Chiefs behind them. That's how we're rolling to break here, as the first ever draft in Las Vegas, Nevada, is soon to come to a close. And what a night for the Jets. 4th overall, they go Sauce Gardner. And then Garrett Wilson, 10th overall. And then moments ago, Jermaine Johnson, top 10 in so many people's draft boards. He just went to them, 26th overall.
Verizon is going ultra. With 5G ultra wideband in many more cities, you get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. Plus, 6 premium entertainment subscriptions included, like Disney Plus, music, gaming, and more. Saving you over $350 a year. And for a limited time, get a 5G phone on us. No trade-in required.
Amazing.
This is the offer you just can't miss. Verizon is going ultra, so you can get more.
The only way you're ever going to know what you're made of is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? The new Grand Cherokee, made for what you're made of.
Shop and buy online with GP Shop, where right now, well-qualified lessees release the new 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $399 a month.
Stop. We love stuff, and there's some really great stuff out there. But I doubt that any of us will look back in our lives and think, I wish I bought even thinner TV. Found a lighter light beater, or had an even smarter smartphone. Do you think any of us will look back in our lives and regret things we didn't buy? Or the places we didn't go?
When you buy appliances from the Home Depot, everything just clicks. Compare brands in store or online, see them in your space, and schedule free delivery. So when it's installed, it'll just click. Save $890 on this LG kitchen package at the Home Depot.
Okay, snacks and popcorn are going to be expensive. Let's just accept that. Going to the movies can be a lot for young homeowners.
Just turning into their parents.
Bathrooms. Even if you don't have to go, you should try.
We all know where the bathroom
They
is
did.
and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money by filling their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be painful.
Progressive can't see.
Bro, I can't play that.
No one who make movies here.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took all that pepperoni and stuffed it inside that garlic kissed crust. This here ain't just any pepperoni. Oh no. That's Papa John's pepperoni. That signature recipe right there delivers a kick of blended spices. Pow! Right to the kisser. Now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
That's right.
The Draft Tracker presented by Lexus for you to keep abreast of everything going on here in Las Vegas. I'm telling you, man, the first 10 picks, they went fast, and then the trades started coming fast and furious. Hollywood Brown traded by the Ravens to the Cardinals to move into the first round. A.J. Brown traded from Tennessee to Philadelphia to choose Traylon Burks. You see Jermaine Johnson and Jordan Davis. Oh, Irv, you are not drafted, sir, but
He went old
he is
school.
definitely styling. He's definitely
Look at that. He's got old school rate
Well
going.
done, Irv. Well done, Michael Irvin, the playmaker. Look at that scene going on behind it. It's unbelievable. So the Jaguars are now picking. They coughed up the first pick of tomorrow night's proceedings, the 33rd overall pick, a 4th and a 6th, to come back into the first round and take this player to go along with the first pick of the draft, Javon Walker.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have traded the 27th pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the 27th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Devin Lloyd, linebacker, Utah.
Best available player. Again, he's my 13th player, so to get him all the way down here, I see why they wanted to trade back in to add him to Trayvon Walker. That's a good young nucleus they have now on that Jacksonville defense, added with Josh Allen, Charles.
Miles Jack no longer there. Devin Lloyd gets his opportunity to tackle. Derrick Henry. Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, congratulations. Look what you won. And well,
Tell them what they won, Don Bardo.
yeah,
I just can tackle him. You've seen him, coach.
Yeah, I've got words, just complete linebacker. Can blitz inside, can blitz outside, can cover. He's a great tackler. When he gets his hands on you, you go down and you go down hard. This guy's a really, really good football player, and we have a special moniker we give certain guys, and that's home record. This guy's a home record. You try to run away from him, he runs you down. You can't run at him. He's a special football player.
University of Utah, coach. They have
I'm just going to end the stream. All right, y'all, I'm about to end the stream, yo. I'm about to drop a YouTube video going over the selection with the Cowboys made, man. And thank you guys for tuning in for the draft. I had a lot of fun time with y'all, man. Hope you guys have a nice night. Bye.